You are a puppet. Look very closely at the wrists you think are free. You will see the strings. They are thin and tied to everything that exists outside of your own skin. A stranger's cold frown in traffic, a delayed response to a message, a casual remark from a colleague. With every tiny tug, you dance, you flare with heat, you sink into cold despair. You are a masterpiece of fragility, a raw nervous system laid bare to a world that does not care if you break. This is the diagnosis. We live in an age of constant intrusion. Your phone is not a tool. It is a direct line to your dopamine and your dread. You wake up and, before your feet touch the floor, you have already surrendered your peace. You scroll through the digital noise, letting the opinions of ghosts dictate your mood for the afternoon. You are reacting to shadows. You are a leaf caught in a hurricane, convinced that you are flying, when in reality, you are simply being tossed. Consider the exhaustion, the weariness that comes from being on at all times. This is the tax you pay for being emotionally reactive. When you allow external events to determine your internal state, you are hemorrhaging energy. You are a battery being drained by 1,000 parasitic connections. You feel hollow because you have given everything away. You have given your anger to the incompetent. You have given your sorrow to the ungrateful. You have given your pride to the crowd. There is a specific pain in this reactivity. It is the pain of the glass soul. You walk through life terrified of a collision because you know how easily you shatter. You have no fortress. Your inner citadel has been breached, the gates torn off the hinges, and the fires are burning in the courtyard. You react because you have no center. You are a reaction looking for a cause. You are a wound looking for a salt shaker. This reactivity is a form of cowardice we dress up as empathy or passion. But look at it clearly. It is the inability to stand still while the world moves. It is the frantic need to fix things you cannot control and to be seen by people you do not respect. You are addicted to the friction. You think that if you stop feeling the sting of every insult, you will stop being alive. You have mistaken turbulence for pulse. The diagnosis is simple. You are not the master of your own house. You are a tenant in a mind controlled by your triggers. Every person who can make you angry is your master. Every event that can make you sad is your jailer. You live in a prison where the bars are your own impulses. You are drowning in a teacup because you refuse to stand up. You are the architect of your own agony. This is the crushing weight of being a slave to the fleeting moment. It is a slow, grinding, and agonizing erosion of the human self. You are slowly disappearing into the noise. You have become a cold mirror that only reflects the external chaos around it, losing your own internal light in the process. The deep pain you feel right now is the alarm bell of a soul that is tired of being a victim. It is time to stop the bleeding. It is time to look at the strings and realize who is actually holding them. You are the one who gave them the power. The shadows of the Stoa Poikile stretched long over the cold marble of Athens. Here, Zeno of Citium stood, a man who had watched his entire fortunes sink to the dark bottom of the Mediterranean. He did not weep. He did not curse the uncaring gods. Instead, he looked at the wreckage of his former life and saw something else entirely. He saw data. This was the birth of a radical perspective, a philosophy not of feeling less, but of seeing more clearly. The Stoics did not seek to become statues. They sought to become observers of the eternal storm. To the Stoics, the human mind was a fortress, yet the gates were often left unguarded. They recognized that the world outside, the storms, the insults, the losses, was fundamentally indifferent to our existence. Why, then, should we grant the external world the power to dictate our internal state? They developed a technical term, Adiaphora, the indifference. These were the things that sat forever outside the circle of our sovereign will. Health, wealth, and even death itself. To the Stoic, these were not good or bad. They were simply objective facts to be managed with a detached, sharp, and clinical final precision. Imagine a soldier on a pitch-black battlefield. A flare suddenly lights up the sky. To the untrained mind, that light is pure terror. It is a command to panic. But to the Stoic, that light is merely information. It reveals the terrain. It shows the position of the enemy. It is a signal, not a master. This is how they viewed the rising tide of human emotion. When anger flared, They did not say, "I am angry." They said, "A thought of anger has presented itself." They moved the emotion from the subjective self to the cold, objective external realm. Epictetus, born into the chains of Roman slavery, understood this better than any king. His master could break his physical leg, but his master could never break his mind. He taught that we are disturbed not by events, but by the views we take of them. A broken limb is a physical reality, a piece of biological data. The suffering, however, is a mental interpretation. He saw his own pain as a witness, not a victim. He lived in the gap between the stimulus and the response, a sacred, silent space where true human freedom is finally born now forever. Then came Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man on earth, writing to himself in the flickering candlelight of a war camp. He looked at the purple robes of his office and saw only sheep's wool soaked in the blood of a snail. He looked at his enemies and saw confused brothers. He practiced the art of objective representation. He stripped the world of its glamour until only the raw truth remained. He did not let the weight of an empire crush his spirit, because he viewed the empire as an external variable, a heavy coat he could wear or shed. This was the Stoic revolution. They transformed the internal landscape from a chaotic sea into a silent laboratory. They realized that an emotion is like a telegram delivered to your door. You are obligated to read the message, but you are never obligated to follow its instructions. You are the judge, sitting on a throne of obsidian, watching the parade of passions pass by. You see the fear. You see the grief. You acknowledge their presence. You record their intensity. And then, with a silence that echoes through history, you remain completely unmoved by the hollow noise of the world. The world is a predator, hunting for your attention. It thrives on your outrage, feeds on your anxiety, and grows fat on your despair. To find the cure, you must undergo a radical transformation. You must cease to be a target and become a void. This is the essence of the gray rock. It is the application of Stoic Indifference, a method of becoming so utterly uninteresting that the vultures of drama have no choice but to fly elsewhere. Imagine yourself as a featureless stone on a desolate beach. The tide comes in, the salt stings, the waves crash with violent intent, but the stone does not flinch. It does not explain itself. It does not defend its right to exist. It simply remains. This is your new reality. When the world demands a performance, you offer a blank stage. When the manipulator seeks a reaction, you offer the silence of the grave. The first step is mastery of the physical vessel. Your face is the gatekeeper. In conflict, your instinct is to tighten your jaw, to narrow your eyes, to let blood rush to your cheeks. You must kill this instinct. Practice the neutral mask. Let your features become heavy and still. No micro-expressions of contempt. No hints of hidden pain. You are a statue in an abandoned garden. You are there, but you are unreachable. The second step is the economy of speech. Words are fuel for conflict. Every explanation you give is a handle for them to pull. Every defense you mount is a target for them to hit. Stop providing ammunition for your own execution. Respond with the shortest path to silence. Yes, no, perhaps your voice should be a flat line, devoid of melody. You are not a participant. You are background noise they eventually learn to ignore. The third step is the internal shift. You must build a wall behind your eyes. While they scream, while they lie, while they attempt to pierce your armor, you are retreating into the inner citadel. You are observing them as a scientist observes a frantic insect behind glass. You see the mechanics of their manipulation, but you do not feel the heat. You have separated your identity from their perception. Their words are just vibrations in the air. This indifference is not weakness. It is the ultimate expression of power. You are starving the beast of the one thing it needs to survive. Your energy. Without your reaction, the manipulator is powerless. Without your engagement, the drama is an empty room. You are the architect of your own stillness, crafting a sanctuary where no external force can ever hope to penetrate or disturb your sacred, quiet equilibrium. The cure is to become a ghost to those who seek to haunt you. Walk through fire and feel only the cool breeze of your own reason. The world will try to pull you back. It will call you heartless. Let it. Their labels are just more noise. You are the rock. You are the mountain. You are the silence that remains when the screaming finally stops. This is the path. This is the cure. This is the end. You have finally mastered the art of being unshakable in a world of constant motion. You are free. You are whole. You are the master of your own soul's quiet, dark, eternal fortress. The shadows no longer frighten you, for you have become the very darkness they once used to hide within. Stay still. Stay silent. Stay stone. Your journey into the void is complete, and the world has no answer.